Welcome back to News Talk and our conversation this time with allergy expert Dr. Talal Insuli. We will go back to the phones. We'll open up the phone lines again for your allergy questions for Dr. Insuli. If you're watching us leading into the noon hour, we're live. We can take your calls, answer your questions on TV, just as we did for Laura. So grab an open line at our number, 703-387-1020. Several more minutes for you to talk directly with Dr. Insuli about whatever your allergy question is. Do you want to talk about whatever sort of new treatments, whatever new tools in the toolbox you have at this time?
Sure. So we have a major breakthrough, I think, in the field of allergy and asthma is these new medications. And these are medications for patients with moderate to severe allergic asthma. So the Nucala has been approved now for several months, and it's giving once a month and works very well. So in essence, what it does, and today, just now, about 3 hours ago, the FDA approved Syncare, which is Resluzumab, a special medication similar to this one. And what they do, they decrease the IL-5. IL-5 is the gasoline for the allergy cells that cause asthma. So it's given once a month and works very, very well. So this is a major breakthrough for people that do have severe asthma, that are not responding well to the medications, and that having exacerbation. So very important to know about Nucala. The other important thing that I would like also to mention is the breakthrough in terms of testing. People that have food allergy, peanut allergy, tree nuts allergy, milk allergy, egg allergy.
So common all of a sudden.
People get confused. They do not know what to do. The testing is still open to debate. So there's a new test that came called the component testing. So we take the peanut and we check all the components of the peanut in terms of analysis, very advanced analysis. And even though we are allergic to the main component of the peanut, we could be able to eat it if one portion of the peanut that we are allergic to is not the aggressive one. For example, if we do a testing and we found out that the ARA-H2, which is one small component of the peanut, is the one that I'm allergic to, I should not touch the peanut. Likewise, for also milk, if we find out that the patient has a component called BOS D8 in the milk, it means the patient should not drink this milk. However, if the patient has a positive allergy reaction to milk and doesn't have the BOS D8, can eat cheese, can drink milk, especially if they are cooked. So it's important to remember, if we have food allergy, ask your doctor for the component testing. The breakdown of these foods will help tremendously our patients, for them to avoid malnutrition. Often we see patients coming, they are avoiding 6 or 7 different foods, they are losing weight, and this is totally unnecessary and can affect also the immune system.
There was a study that a lot of people had interest in, and it was to ward off a peanut allergy. I will give my child exposure. I will give my kid peanut butter at a very young age.
Absolutely.
Do we know enough to be able to say with certainty that this is wise?
Bruce, this is a very important question that you're asking, and in response to the question, a study came out. In the past, we used to tell our patients and the kids to prevent peanut allergy and nuts, avoid all nuts and tree nuts, including peanut, for the first 3 years. A study just came out, a breakthrough study called the LEAP study, and this is a study on peanut product. So what they did in this study, they took about 600 patients, and they divided half of them. Half of them, they were 4 months of age, 4 to 6 months of age. Half of them received peanut at 4 months of age, and half of them did not receive peanut for about 5 years. After 5 years, what they found out, that patients, children that received the peanut 3 times a week had 80% less peanut allergy than the infants that were not fed peanut at all. So it appears that we have to change our thinking. Early exposure to some of these foods can help the immune system to start to build up an immunity to them and to fight against them. However, we have to take it with a grain of salt, because this study, there was no placebo control when this was done.
Sounds like this is worth watching, but more data would be really nice.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
We have about 90 seconds left, just long enough for us to talk with Vivian. She's on line 1. Hello, Vivian. Jump right in with your question, if you would, please.
Hello.
Hi, Vivian.
Hi, Vivian.
How are you?
Good.
Hi,
we're really good.
Okay. I wanted to know, is this 1 or 2 doctors have told me in the past I could take baby shampoo and rub around my eye, especially on the eyelids of the hair, and keep my eyes from running water and burning and everything because the pollen can't stick to it. And I want to know what's that. Do he agree with that?
We have about 40 seconds.
Vivian, good question. However, using baby shampoo, we are patching the problem only. It's patching the problem. We would like to find out to what you're allergic to, Vivian, to tell you what to avoid. For example, you're allergic to trees, close the windows in your bedroom, close the windows in the car. And number two, to have the appropriate treatment. So we do have eye drops that you can buy over the counter, very inexpensive. They used to be prescription for $200. Now they are $9 and $10 over the counter, such as Zaditor. Buy the Zaditor eye drops and use it in the eyes. It's an anti-allergy medication, safe and effective. Use it 2 to 3 times a day, and your eyes will feel much better.
Dr. Talal Nsuli of the Watergate and Burke Allergy Center, always great having you here. Thank you very much for your time. I know we'll be talking with you again in the weeks and months that follow. Thank you,
Bruce.
Always
Thank you for inviting me.
Back with a program note after this.